how I designed this character Plume, the main character for our game. I'm a big fan of like Fire Emblem and Final Fantasy Tactics and Korean MMOs. In these Asian medieval thingies, there's always a king and a queen. Queen's always like doting and the king always has a sword or whatever. And they always have like a princess daughter. I just thought it would be funny if the queen was this like busty maiden doting on her powerful king. I just thought it would be funny if the king was a duck and they had a daughter that was like a half duck. And you know, don't think too much about it. So the initial idea was she was like a hero of a tactics game or something, and she had cool ornate armor that was feather based because she was a duck. And it's like, you've seen this before, it actually happens a lot. So I wrote that idea down, and also I didn't do anything with that idea for 8 years, look. But then last year I signed up to a world building class, and then I dug up this idea from the grave because I always thought it was funny. And then I took that character and reappropriated it to this game idea I had about being in a city. Here's a bit of the first homework from that class. I'm trying a lot of different styles. I sort of ended up on this. It's like Scott Pilgrim-ish. I think because I was reading the box set at the time, and because I knew the design was going to end up as a sprite. I always really liked the Scott Pilgrim sprites by Paul Robertson. So I thought I'd try drawing in a style that was sort of conducive to ending up as a sprite later. I'm into fashion, so I kind of think of character designs as like avenues to try fits out. So the jacket is a Mew Mew jacket I really wanted. And the sneakers, if you know me, I'm a sneakerhead. These are Money Cat Dunks from 2007. These are my favorite dunks. Maybe my favorite shoes of all time. I've never owned them, couldn't afford them as a high school student, but I thought Plume deserved to have them. At this point, we still didn't really even know what our game was. All we knew is that it would be in a modern Asian style city. This is like an action RPG variation of Plume, where she's more like a greeny duck, and her weapon is a feather duster from her dad's feathers. Isn't that crazy? I'm keeping that idea. Here's where it gets complicated as an artist. Like, me and my friend realized that me doing designs and me doing art was not that useful to actually making a game. I spent the next 7 months not doing art and just figuring shit out with game design, with prototyping. 7 months of like nothing on this character besides like having it be a nebulous idea in my mind. And sometimes you have to do that. Making a game is not art. If I want to just do art and character designs, I just do that. But I want a game. So half a year of testing or whatever, and then we were finally in a good place to be like, hey, time for a little bit of art, just a little bit, just to get the juices going again. So I did these keyframes and some little sketches of Plume, mainly to set the vibe. So you can see now we've progressed to this Y2K-ish thing. The hardest thing is like a tabula rasa where you have nothing to go off of, but now I know what my game is. Now I can do a good design of Plume. Crazy. So through testing, we ended up on this like card battling system we really like. And what, we're in a Tokyo style city playing with cards. There's an anime and manga series I love called Card Captor Sakura, and that's how my girl Plume, our main character, accidentally became a magical girl. So now I'm like leaning the fuck into it. Like, we're in a Y2K setting, there are magic cards flying everywhere. Oh my god, like this shit writes itself. So I had a really solid grounding in which to actually start quote-unquote proper character design. Like, I was of the mentality that, hey, now I'm gonna sit down and actually do the proper character design and we're gonna lock it off. I'm sort of a big fan of write what you know, because in a way that it's like a more sincere way of creating. Like, essentially this is like a love letter to a bunch of stuff I like. And if you know me, I like sports. So my idea was just to base Plume's personality off an athlete. In particular, these 4 athletes. My favorite soccer player of all time, Zinedine Zidane, Arsenal FC, the team I support's greatest player of all time, Thierry Henry. Then I was thinking about her movement, because she's like half a duck. She's not exactly flying, but he can have some sort of crazy magical grace about her. And who has crazy magical grace and is twirling around almost like they're flying? Figure skaters. So the preeminent figure skater of my time, Kim Yuna. Oh my god, like every Korean around me during this time was like obsessed with figure skating. It was crazy. And then more recently, the Winter Olympics just finished and there's a new superstar called Alyssa Liu. So these were the 4 sort of real life quadrants of Plume's personality in which I wanted to take from. I don't know, it's a good base. So then with her personality sort of established and the setting sort of established, Y2K Asia broadly, and she has an athlete type personality, that's genuinely good enough for me. So now is where I bring my fashion influence back in. Like, I know the preeminent Japanese early 2000s fashion magazine, 90s 2000s era fashion magazine is Fruits magazine. Looking into it for fits or whatever, because again, I'm a fit based character designer, kind of like Tetsuya Nomura. It's just avenues to get the fit off. You gotta have the giant pure ref board. We always gotta have a giant pure ref board. I think it's a good distinction to be gathering reference after you
you've had an idea, not be gathering a reference to work towards an idea, if that makes sense. Because I see the latter in production all the time and it just sucks. It just fucking sucks. So don't do that shit. Like, gather your reference after you know what you're doing. Don't gather your reference before you know what you're doing. So here's where the magic happens. I find it easier to play with proportions in 3D because I'm a 3D artist, and you can like scale up, scale down things pretty easy, move stuff around. So I got a base of proportions I liked in 3D and then chucked it into Photoshop to start drawing over it. Sort of the big development for me is I always had these like bangs that I straight up stole from May from Pokemon because I really like that design. And I've always been trying to keep this like feather motif shape design strong. Initially, she always had a hat on and the feather thingy was in front, at the front of her head. Because I always wanted like a, you know, like a Goku type crazy hair anime bullshit thing. But I realized now that we have this magical girl thing going, leaning towards shonen is kind of counterintuitive to that. So we gotta take the hat off, and then when I moved her hair to the back, it kind of clicked. It's like she's a lot more pretty now and a lot less, you know, fucking Databayo shonen jump ass Naruto headband. And then a nice little detail is I've kept these feather eyebrows throughout literally the entire process, and then a lot of it was down to simplifying. So I wanted, my dumb idea was like, hey, girls have ponytails, like what is a duck tail? Because she's a duck. Remember, she's a duck. Her name is Plume. Get it? Feathers. The back part of her hair was initially based on the back part of a duck, and it was kind of fluffy and really crazy before, but when I simplified it, it just read a lot better and was was easier to draw too, which is always a good thing. I stole this band-aid on the nose from Thierry Henry. Like in the 90s, a lot of footballers thought having this like band-aid on your nose helped you breathe better or whatever. I know, it's just a cool design thing I've seen a couple times. I also saw it on the K-pop promo pics for aespa's Hot Mess. And I love K-pop as well. I take a lot of inspiration from K-pop and K-pop fashion because he is also based on Zinedine Zidane. I thought it would be just fun to put her in a Zidane jersey, straight up the France World Cup 98 jersey, the year they won the World Cup. So that's genuinely it. No more thought went into it than that. I ended up with two versions of the fit. You can see I've labeled one more magical girl and the other more Y2K. I wasn't really sure which one to push more. This one with the skirt and the leggings leans into more the figure skater heritage, but this one with the cargo-ish pants rolled up is more aligned with like the stuff I was seeing in Fruits magazine, you know, and just like Y2K fashion in general is very cargo pant based. So I put it to vote, which is useless. I put it on Instagram, on my Instagram story for people to vote, and every time I fucking do that, the votes always end up 50-50. So I'm never doing that again, and it's really annoying, and people don't know what they want, so I have to just decide what the fuck I want, you know? So because we wanted to sell more of the Y2K aspect of the game, me and my buddy thought it was more the move to choose the cargo pants version. So in that world building class that I signed up to, I'm paraphrasing, but the teacher sort of said, you have to find your through line for doing these character designs in the first place. So the teacher said his through line was making characters to hold giant props. That was his through line. And I was thinking in that class last year, like, what's my through line? And I've mentioned it a few times before in this video, but I just want to make characters that have fits that go hard. Like, I just like, hey, my primary motivation to make a character is to have a character that has a hard fit, just like in real life metrics. Like if I saw someone on the street with a hard fit, like you remember that shit, man, and you're like, fuck, where can I get some of that? Like at least me being into, you know, spending money on clothes. So that's like my conduit for Plume, and going forward, every other character in this game is how can I get a fit off on each character. It's gonna be fun as fuck. And then it's actually quite conducive to designing characters because now I can just go through lookbooks and just play dress up. So fucking easy. Let me break this shit down. We know it's the Zidane jersey. She's wearing Goro's, I don't know where she got the money for that shit, for Goro's feather necklace, but she has one. She has a power bracelet. Those were in the 2000s. She has one of those crazy friendship bracelets. We accessorize here because the fit is hard. This is an Oakley watch. When's the last time you thought about Oakley? Naruto has a frog wallet. I really love that aspect of Naruto. Like, it's just great that Naruto has a frog wallet. And he's like a frog guy. Plume is a duck girl. She has a duck wallet. Funny thing, I put headphones on the duck wallet because I kind of wanted headphones on Plume, but it ruined the silhouette a little bit. So I just put the headphones on the duck wallet. Why not? What's another Y2K thing? Fucking Tamagotchi. It's there. Bape, camo, shark, pants. It's very simple. Like,
what are we doing here? If you know, it's not even if you know, it's fucking bait. We just put her in bait pants and a soccer jersey. Easy. These socks, I have these socks, so I just use them like it's like shit in my cupboard. And then these fucking Maneki dunks have survived until the end. It's so fucking funny. For some reason, I was insistent. I was like, these are her shoes. But that makes sense because I'm a sneakerhead, right? So, like, off rip, I know what shoes my characters are gonna wear because that's like the first thing I fucking think of. It's easy if you are true to yourself. It's fucking easy. I don't really know what the lesson is. I just kind of wanted to break down my process of character design. I'm not saying it's a good process, but it feels right to me. I think it's a good character design because all my friends see this shit and it's like, of course, that's a character that Agaki would fucking make. And that's just the greatest feeling of all time. When you are true to yourself and you make something that's like you, it's just great. Because I see so many artists lying to their fucking selves, man. It's like, it hurts me. So just be yourself. And that's a crazy moral of a video. You just watched 6 minutes of bullshit just for me to go just be yourself. But I think that really is the answer, guys. I'm just gonna stick with it. So we end up at Plume, our Y2K magical girl. It's not really, I've seen it here and there, but I've never seen it codified into an actual game or anime or manga, so I hope to do that with Downtown 14, the upcoming game. We'll see how we go. Obviously, I wanted to get Plume done first because everything revolves around her. So at the end, I had all these variations and I didn't really know which one to choose. I thought it was a good idea to just make the sprite and see which one looked best on the sprite because that's where we're gonna be seeing her anyway. And the winning variation was this one because it looks best on the sprite, even though the design is like almost finished. Like this is only for concept. I really want to do key art like the Pokemon stuff or like, you know, JRPG character art, but my programmer won't let me. I'm stuck. I've been put back into game design prison, but I really want to work more on Plume here, but I'm not being allowed to. Please help me. Downtown 14 demo out this year.